Circling means like the little man's. Set about Black River. So must catch a man.
Gotta clean up. Welcome to another episode of the Perspective Pod.
You can't take people anywhere. You can't just. You just a wait.
I'll
You just
clean
a
up the
say.
spot, fam.
If you know.
It was in the frame. Now it's not.
Listen, I can't take people there.
You said no killer, man.
Listen, I sing Shabba Mother, but them ass. Yo, Jesus Christ. Hey, know what it is. Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever time this shit in. Because you're alive. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Perspective Podcast. We're here to change your perspective.
And elevate your mindset.
Y'all know what it is, man. We trying to elevate y'all, trying to make sure y'all get better. So y'all know what it is. It's Roman in the cut.
And Joshua here.
Y'all know I appreciate y'all for being here. Every Wednesday, y'all know we dropping a new episode. No matter what happens, you're going to see a new episode on YouTube, on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. It's going to be there. So you just got to be there. But at the end of the day, thank you so much for even being on this journey with us to a $100 million empire, man. We doing some big stuff on and off camera, you know what I'm saying? So just know there's a lot more content on the way. Like I said, you got Roman, you got Joshua. We here to give y'all a new perspective. So, Deuce, I need you to just get on that topic, man. Just tell them what it is.
For this episode, this topic is about, your patterns. You are your patterns. You are your habits. You are what you do on a daily basis. Like, don't fall into the lie you tell yourself that you are not the person that spontaneously does the thing one time. You are not that person, unfortunately. I know we love to think that.
Yeah.
But you are the person that consistently does one thing.
Good or bad.
Good or bad. And it defines who you are. But the great thing is you can still change that. That is not a stamp on who you are as a person. You can still elevate.
Or change the pattern.
And change the pattern.
Yeah. So whatever is a pattern in your life or whatever seems to like constantly be the reoccurring event that happens, you can change it. There's never, you don't have to get stuck in whatever you've used to be seeing in your life. You can always change that pattern and elevate it, or really you can fall and succumb to it. It really is, the choice is yours. It's really up to you. But I think we all are patterns. I mean, what do you think like your daily pattern is, or something that you would say is like, yo, that's just me? Because I know you're more introspective.
I mean, my daily patterns, it switches. Right now, it's just, work, get home, write, do what I work out. Like, there's certain things that definitely reoccur, but I also try and leave time for anything else.
Foolishness.
Exactly. No, but like my foolishness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like a set regiment. Or I used to have a super serious one, but as my life has changed and work, other things take priority.
And it's super hard to stay
consistent.
Time by time. Not even say consistent, but just when you have it super strict, it's super hard to just stay time by time in it. You know, so you're gonna have to have room for growth, room for foolishness or life to happen. It's probably the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just life happens.
Yeah. What about you? Sorry.
I'd say. I mean, everybody know me. Like it's work, school. You know what I'm saying? Working out. And money moves, like, or just moves and different things that we're working on. But like we're homebodies, like we're really tapped in and locked in for something bigger. So I think that's why our schedule is like that. But even when I think patterns, I think about things that I grew up thinking was acceptable that I might have taken from other sources and other things and incorporated into what I believed was my pattern, until I had to really take a minute to be introspective enough to really just say, yo, at the end of the day, is this me and is this me to my core? Like this is just who I am, I can't change it? Or is it something that I can change and develop and grow out of? You know what I mean? Because not all patterns, like I say all the time, all of your thoughts are your thoughts. Not all patterns are stuck to you. Like we said, you always have time to be able to decide that this is going to be a change. This is the moment where I'm going to want to be better, do something better, or do something different. It might not have to be negative. I think we always look at things and be like, bro, like, oh, that's negative. Like, so I'm going to change that. Sometimes you just gotta do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Sugar is bad, but in excess, but in moderation, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's something, if you know that you get a certain reaction when you do this thing, tweaking it or changing it to make sure it's positive. I mean, we do little things that might not be acceptable to everyone, but because of when we do it, it triggers something in us to do something positive. Then it's like, it's not that bad. You know exactly what I'm thinking.
But yeah, I think you touched on something really, really powerful. And I remember reading about it. I remember reading about it in Atomic Habits, and they talk about habit stacking. And it's something I sat down and did, and you guys should do the same thing. It's really good, where you set up a habit that would also play into another habit. So you waking up at early plays into you brushing your teeth and washing your face, and then
which you should be doing. So.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, or you reading brings you into you now going for a workout, because you always, and then the more you do it, now you'll read, and you'll just be like, you'll feel like
need to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what we do. Where we have a habit that we have that might not be acceptable to everybody, but once we do it, because we've stacked that habit so much and so often in our lives over a long period of time, you know me, after we do that thing, it's like, I'm just paused. But like,
yeah, like I'm like, now you gotta say what it is.
Okay, like we'll like ball up, or like we'll like, you know,
bro,
like it's like
super into ball.
you know what I'm saying, basketball. So it's like right after we feel like, okay, then we have to
keep it going and just
or then it's stretch time, or then it's that thing that you can do to it's reading. Like right after you ball, you can go and read, and you know, you just feel like, oh my gosh, this is my wind down. I can go crazy, and then let me wind down, let me relax. So after your workout, now it's like, okay, I have a shake after, or something that might be, you couldn't have drank that protein shake before, but after you've worked down that depleted a little bit of energy, you just naturally feel like, I gotta do this other thing.
I mean,
you know?
I'll say what I like when we're playing ball and everything. I think it gives us a chance to just like, it's bonding, but it's bonding, and a lot of the times it leads to something. So, like we go one-on-one, and then you start, planning for the future. You know what I mean? And like, what's next for
sure.
the stuff that we're doing outside of this. Like that's why I think the benefit, and if you can find a benefit in the thing, then you can stack it.
Yeah.
And you just benefit
Keep moving forward from it.
Yeah, keep moving forward.
And it's important because, like I said, or like we said from the beginning, it's patterns.
Yeah.
You know, you are your pattern. You really are. Drake said you're a reflection of all of your insecurities, and I wish that he tweaked it to really say that you are the patterns that you've been able to accept from a whatever age. You know, you decided this is going to be your pattern. This is going to be your thing. And yes, you could change it, you can tweak it, but it's going to take a long period of time to be able to grow out of some of the patterns that you've been able to develop unconsciously and consciously.
Yeah, so I think just to give you guys solid things you can do in your life to either break or gain habits and patterns in your life. All this stuff is going to be taken from James Clear's book. If you guys haven't read, and I think I've said this like 100 times, if you haven't read Atomic Habits, read that book. It's life-changing. So, but what he talks about in the book is there's 4 things that cause you to either gain a habit or break a habit. Now I'm gonna go freestyle with it, but he basically talks about having it easy, accessible. So a habit that you want to attract in your life, make it easy. Make it something, your phone's right by you. You know, so, like you want it to be accessible,
readily available.
Exactly. You want it to be easy to see, but also easy to get into. I think it's craving, which is like what you put around it, and then environment or something like that. I'm giving you the super paraphrase, and I'll probably now I gotta post the original so you guys can see, but it's just the idea of crafting it so that it benefits you, and it gives you actionable steps on how to do that. And I think if we all follow that, you're gonna see
game over.
Yeah, because
literally,
I promise you, like there's the saying that you don't rise to the level of your expectations, but you fall to the level of the systems and the habits that you put in daily. So it's like, if we can all lock in on what our habits and patterns are, then everything else will just fall into place.
I mean, patterns are powerful. They're powerful. You know, before you even do something, if I know your pattern, I've studied your pattern, I can almost already preconceive and figured out.
And it's
Of
unfortunate.
who you are.
It's unfortunate.
And what you're gonna do.
Sorry, not to cut you
No,
off, but
please.
like it's unfortunate in the sense of, like, if someone has six relationships before you get into,
And all of them they end
It's
the
like-
same or they operate the same. You're like,
you look at it another way now.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah. Because I'm gonna look at you and be like, oh, so that's your pattern. You've displayed that. You know what I mean? That's something that's in you. That's something that you might not even see or notice or realize. But that's okay. Boom. I got a peep. That's how you move on a Wednesday.
Even friends, if you ain't got no friends past 2 years,
I gotta look at it and say, so why is nobody staying around you longer than 2 years?
everything matters. You
Everything.
gotta watch patterns. That's important
Everything.
too. Watch out for people's
Hey,
patterns.
and if you get good at it, you'll be able to be personable and be able to work with people if you understand their pattern. I understand that. I know that you stay up late every Wednesday, so I know Thursday morning you're already groggy, tired. You're not gonna take a lot of foolishness. You don't really wanna talk to. I'm like that for sure. If I don't get enough sleep, I'm like, bro. And and now it's like I don't have to kill you for it, but I understand your pattern. I know, okay, on Thursday morning, I got to make sure I'm, extra careful around you because I already know your pattern. I already know your tendencies and things that you do. Patterns are powerful. I can almost foretell the future from your pattern. And that's why preparation is so important, because what you practice in pattern,
Tell them.
y'all don't understand what we saying, man. Y'all ain't catching what I'm saying, boy. What you practice in pattern, what you practice and what you use to prepare yourself is only gonna be displayed when it's time. If I understand your pattern and understand where you coming from and what you do or how your tendencies are, if I can get that pattern with you, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's growing behind you. You know what I'm saying? It's really one of those. So, hey, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Perspective Podcast. Y'all know that we're here to give y'all a new perspective. It's a new game and change your perspective.
And your mindset.
You just be.
Bro, why are you freestyling?
I feel like I gotta switch it up though.
No, but then you expect me to just.
I just feel like you gotta be on time.
I came on it, but
I know
wasn't
your
expecting
pattern. I
it.
need you to just. You know what I'm saying?
You switching your pattern. That's what I'm saying.
And so you can't even
Can't keep up.
I get you.
Impulse. You just have to know
Just,
this. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I be off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, thank you so much. I know that we love you. Know that we're proud of you. Know that we're praying for you. Hey, I just want y'all to be great this year, next year, whatever year you're in, whatever time whatever environment and whatever season that you into right now. At the end of the day, y'all know that we gonna post new episodes every Wednesday, so I'll make sure that you're tuned in and giving it to everybody that you love, sending it to whoever. I need to be in WhatsApp and iMessage chats, no matter if you're an iPhone or an Android user. You know what I'm saying? If you overseas or if you home, I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying, share this with your best friend, your sneaky link, cause you peep them patterns. I know you peep them patterns. You know what I'm saying? So just know what it is. We know that we love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Perspective Podcast. Bye.